On November 10th, 1975, the SS Edmund Fitzgerald, once the pride of the Great Lakes, vanished beneath the waves of Lake Superior. All 29 men on board were lost. No distress call, no survivors, just silence. The following year, Canadian folk singer Gordon Lightfoot would immortalize their story in his haunting ballad, The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. But what caused this mighty ship to sink? And what is the legacy of Gordon Lightfoot's song? Launched in 1958, the Fitzgerald was the largest ship on the Great Lakes, 729 feet long, over 13,000 tons, and powerful enough to carry 26,000 tons of iron ore through the Soo Locks that connect Lake Superior to the lower Great Lakes. The ship was named for Edmund Fitzgerald, president of the Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, and was described as a freshwater Titanic and often called the Queen of the Great Lakes. Crowds would gather to watch her pass. By November 1975, Captain Ernest McSorley, a 44-year veteran sailor, was preparing what was meant to be the ship's final run of the season. On November 9th, the Fitzgerald left Superior, Wisconsin, bound for Detroit. A deepening low-pressure system, known to sailors as the Witch of November, quickly turned into a bomb cyclone. Winds reached 86 miles per hour, with 35-foot waves. McSorley radioed another freighter, the Arthur M. Anderson, stating, quote, "One of the worst seas I've ever been in." The Fitzgerald had lost radar, was listing badly, and was taking heavy seas over her deck. At 7:10 p.m., the last words came through the radio, quote, "We are holding our own." Minutes later, she disappeared from radar. The ship was found 530 feet below the surface, broken clean in two, just 17 miles from Whitefish Bay. No mayday, no lifeboats deployed. Federal investigations blamed faulty hatch covers. Others suspected a shoal strike, a structural failure, or rogue waves. The truth remains uncertain, perhaps swallowed by the lake itself. According to John U. Bacon, author of the book The Gales of November, Gordon Lightfoot's song was deeply personal. As a child of the Great Lakes himself, quote, "He feared being inaccurate, corny, or worse, appearing to exploit a tragedy for profit," end quote. But the song transformed tragedy into legend. Lightfoot's lyrics carried the names of the lost across generations. When he died in 2023 at age 84, the Mariners' Church in Detroit, called the Maritime Sailors Cathedral in the iconic song, honored Lightfoot the following day by ringing its bell 30 times, 29 for each of the crewmen lost on the Edmund Fitzgerald, and the final time for Lightfoot himself. It was a touching gesture. As Lightfoot sang in the song's opening line, "The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down, because on that November night in 1975, the Great Lakes took their mightiest ship and gave the world a haunting reminder of nature's power and human fragility." Here are other events that happened today in history. In 1775, the Continental Congress passes a resolution that creates the Continental Marines. In 1865, Henry Wirz, commander of the infamous Andersonville Confederate prison, is hanged. In 1928, the first installment of All Quiet on the Western Front appears in a German magazine. In 1938, on her radio show, Kate Smith premieres Irving Berlin's song, God Bless America. In 1969, pioneering children's show Sesame Street makes its broadcast debut on public television. In 1983, a court overturns Korematsu's 1942 conviction for violating the Japanese internment order. In 2023, Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh is suspended 3 games for a sign-stealing scheme. And now it's time for our Today in History quiz. Where was the armistice signed that ended the fighting in World War I? A palace? A bunker? A ship? Or a train? Liked learning about the Edmund Fitzgerald? Then you'll love this one about the sinking of another famous ship, the Lusitania. Tap the screen to keep the story going on Today in History.